Hi guys, hope you're doing really well out there. So today I want to speak to you about astrology and just give you an alternative opinion on what astrology is about, because there's a lot more to it than what we've been told or led to believe, and perhaps just discuss the more darker aspects of why it's used. So before we get started guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider pressing the like button and the subscribe button, and also the bell notifications for when I upload new videos. So let's get into it. So guys, I want to make one thing crystal clear before I start. I'm not having a go at people that are into astrology. There are definitely uses in knowing astrology, understanding birth charts, star signs and all that kind of stuff, because you're able to predict people's personalities, how they're going to behave and everything like that. And indeed, a lot of the high-level occultists, dark occultists such as Crowley, were heavily into astrology because they knew that by learning this, they could read the types of people they were interacting in before they'd even met them, and also in life events as well. So I'm not taking away from anyone that's into it. What I'm attempting to do here is just expose the perhaps more sinister side of what astrological signs are and what they symbolize, okay? So basically, astrological signs that I've discovered through my work are basically barcodes. They are blueprints in which the matrix is able to identify a particular type of soul and kind of plan and scheme events around that person to either make their life easier or make their life more difficult. So if your blueprint or your astrological sign means that you're really just going to be someone that conforms to the system, not really going to make any waves, then they can make sure the events around that will be pretty easy to get on with. But if your blueprint or your astrological sign has you as someone that's really going to expose things or look at the darkness, or perhaps you have a great artistic talent which is going to open people's minds to different ways of thinking, then you can be pretty much guaranteed that you'll become more targeted. And people are targeted in different ways. Some people, they just live by the heart. That in itself is a threat to the matrix, because obviously it's trying to shut down the heart. Many people have psychic abilities. Other people are, almost like destroyers in terms of exposing things. So people can be targeted in different ways, and they identify the person, the soul coming into the body, by the astrological sign. So essentially what we're talking about here is barcodes, okay? And how this plays out on a deeper level, and for those of you that have followed my work for a while, I talk about human and non-human souls. For those of you that don't know what it is, a human soul is a soul that has been here a long time, okay? So it's incarnating lifetime after lifetime. They call it reincarnation, but actually essentially what it is people are dying, they're being shown the false white light. The false white light being comes in and tricks them into a life review where they're guilt tripped, and they're promised that they can resolve their karma if they come back down to earth and be a better person, where essentially they're just being used as batteries and having their energy harvested again. So this soul meal is going round and round and round, and a lot of the human souls have been here a long time. So they're very disconnected. They're very disconnected from their hearts. They're very disconnected from their psychic abilities. All those things that really would make them a threat to the matrix. So while this is going on, at the same time we have the non-human souls. These are waves of non-human souls that have chosen to incarnate at this time to help with the raising of consciousness and this spiritual warfare that we're involved in. And these can be known as rainbow children, crystal children. So there's been waves of these coming in over the generations, and of course there's more coming in now than ever. And that's why they're hitting these kids so hard on the vaccines, because they know that many of these souls coming in are very advanced. And so how this ties into the astrological sign is that this system, as I say, by using the astrological sign, can see the soul coming into the body, okay? So on a soul level, you choose your parents, and what happens is if that soul is a really high risk threat to the matrix, it can see the soul coming in, it can see by the astrological sign what kind of person that soul is going to turn out to be, and then boom, it can bump the soul into a family that it didn't choose, birth bumping, and so that soul could then go on to experience abuse, traumas, dysfunctional family life, and then it may turn to drugs or alcohol in later life to try and sort of plaster over the cracks. So many of the non-human souls don't end up living out their purpose. And so this is the extreme way these barcodes are being used. They're very meticulous and very targeted in how they're read and what kind of sort of circumstances that person will be set up with to you know, try and take it off its path or leave it alone, depending on what the blueprint comes out with. So that's what I wanted to bring to your attention today, guys. If you've got any comments about this, please leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about astrological signs? Do you use it? Do you practice, research it? Just let me know below. And guys, if you like the video, please like and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Bye.